Sorting Hat is a beloved process by Harry Potter fans all over, me included, but it has many problems that go unaddressed in the series, and the method of sorting may actually be doing more harm than good. Let's talk about it. The Sorting Hat was created by the founders of Hogwarts and is tasked with assigning new Hogwarts students into the 4 houses: Gryffindor, the protagonist's house; Ravenclaw, the students that actually learn things; Hufflepuff, the rejects who live literally in a cellar, though their house lounge is pretty great; and the PR disaster house, Slytherin. It's theorized that the hat sorts through them using legitimacy, which allows the hat to read the mind of the wearer, quickly understanding the kind of person it is sorting. After briefly invading the personal thoughts and feelings of a child without consent, it assigns them to the house it deems they're best suited for. But what is the problem with this method? Well, remember how I said the hat sorts based on where the student is best suited? Yeah, that's not true. The hat sorts based on personality traits, 4 of them being bravery, wit, loyalty, and cunning. Of course, there are more associated with them, but these are some of the predominant ones. The house finds which trait represents you most and decides the course of your life based on that. No, I'm serious. One of the biggest problems with the sorting process is the segregation of kids based on a few traits that are not fixed. These traits are likely to intensify as the kids are surrounded by like-minded people. And even if they didn't have a strong inclination to any of the traits initially, they are guaranteed to be peer pressured into conforming. You may be thinking, well, what's the problem with kids developing specific traits that are generally considered positive? The problem is twofold. First is that the traits are developed in an echo chamber. The children are surrounded by people who think and act just like them, and this causes friction whenever they interact with others who do not. This also makes it harder to develop healthy relationships where the traits of others are appreciated and the thought processes understood. The second problem is that the traits are glorified, not just by the people in the house, but by professors in the house point system. By awarding points based on traits that are stereotypes of what a house should be, only adds more pressure to conform. To put it simply, these kids aren't given a chance to develop naturally and fully. By the way, this is all disregarding the fact that Slytherin is full of blood supremacists and wealthy bullies, and if you're sorted into this house, your odds of being evil or murdered go up astronomically.
I know just what to do with you, Azkaban!
So how do we fix this? At some point you might have remembered that Harry was able to choose what house he wanted, so any other kid should be able to do that as well. This might be true, but this doesn't fix the problem, as no matter what house you pick, you will deal with the same issues. It also doesn't help because there is no way a child would know what is best for them when they have no idea who they are yet, let alone how the choice of house would affect them. At best, these kids had a parent that told them of their time at Hogwarts and could give them an overview of each house while leaving out their own biased view based on their experience. Good luck to all the kids whose parents peaked at Hogwarts High. No, kids making the decision doesn't change anything. It is methodology for sorting that is the problem. Here's how I think we can fix it. Kids being sorted by traits is fine as long as they are separated to create some diversity among the houses. For example, if you have 4 kids whose predominant trait is bravery, separate them into each house instead of just one, so that each house now has a kid who is brave. By continuing to do this with each trait the hat comes across, the houses will have a diverse pool of students solving issues that we've been dealing with. The problem of echo chambers, peer pressure, and stereotypes is solved as there isn't one dominant trait shared amongst most or all students in a house. The issue of lacking social cohesion is solved as kids will now be interacting on a regular basis with people who have different strengths and thought processes, leading to healthy relationships and stronger houses overall. Of course, the number of students with specific traits is not likely to be even. So some houses will have more students with a certain trait than others. But this isn't a big deal as the kids are likely to grow into new traits and become better, well-rounded people as they grow up. This is just one solution to a small problem in a great, great world. And there are plenty of others, some likely better. But I wanted to keep this solution as close to how the original was set up. The original setup was based on personality traits, so I wanted to stay true to that. But if you have any ideas how I can make mine better, or you have your own solution, whether it be without the constraints or within them, let me know down below. And on your way down to see other people's comments, remember to like and subscribe.
Azkaban!